Let's talk about a best practice that left me burnt out a lot of money, and super frustrated, which is being on Instagram, being on TikTok, being on YouTube, having a podcast, doing all the things. And I did all of that with my past business. I started with Instagram, then I had a newsletter, then I started a podcast, which I grew to one of the top 5% of podcasts in the world. And then I fast forwarded with the YouTube. It was such an overwhelming and exhausting experience, as you can likely tell. I hired some contractors and team members to help me with it, but at the end of the day, it cost me so many resources and my time to maintain all of that. And I wasn't proud of a lot of the content because we were on so many platforms and spread so thin. So it's a best practice that I agree with, but with a caveat because it left me so burnt out and it was so unsustainable. And so with this new business, this 2.0 version that I'm building, I am trying to sustainably grow it and scale it. And I'm being super intentional and methodical about it. I'm also helping my clients do the same thing. I don't see a lot of people talking about what your version of success is. So getting quiet, getting deep and introspective, identifying that, and then creating a roadmap for it, which is why I put together a free mini course called the Your Success Roadmap. And if you haven't done it already, make sure you check it out. You can enroll for free at selenaho.com/roadmap or click the link down below. But essentially, I walk you through what your version of success is. We identify where you are now, where you want to go. We identify all the gaps that you may have when it comes to skill set, or your lead gen's not good, or your sales strategies aren't firmed up. And then we identify them, and then we make a roadmap and a plan in order to achieve your success. And again, you can get it for free at selenaho.com/roadmap or click the link down below. But I am now in my era where I am trying to sustainably grow and build this business, and I'm bringing as many people along for the ride as possible. So when it comes to your marketing, what I think would be a better best practice is to think really strategically about all your platforms. Yes, I was on Instagram, TikTok, email, podcast, YouTube, all these platforms, but I wasn't doing any of them very well. And because of that, none of them really took off, and I wasn't able to substantially grow my audience. Like, yes, I have a decent-ish following size from my past business, but it was also built over 6 years. That's a long time. And today's day and age where there's so many content creators and there's so much content in general, you do need to have platform-specific strategies. You need to have Instagram-specific content, TikTok-specific content. And I would say Instagram content is typically more polished, more refined, whereas TikTok is more raw, more unfiltered, and unedited kind of thing. Of course, you want to have an email newsletter because that is customer real estate that you own, and also is a great way to warm up and sell to your customers. I would have some sort of high traffic evergreen content platform, whether it's a YouTube channel or a podcast, but there are so many YouTubers out there nowadays. There's so many podcasts out there nowadays. So in order to cut through the noise, you need to figure out a format and a style that works for you, and you need to say things and do thought leadership pieces and build authority in a way that's different. That's why every single platform is different. And back when I was on all those platforms with my previous business, I would repurpose like it was nobody's business. I would prioritize my YouTube and my podcast first and foremost, and then Instagram, TikTok, and emails, all that content suffered because it was just repurposed and sliced and diced from other platforms, and I really half-assed it. Whereas now I'm trying to full ass every single platform I'm on. So like email newsletters, I'm writing them. YouTube videos, I'm scripting it, I'm filming it, I'm editing them right now. Instagram, I'm editing all the reels, I'm putting together the carousels, I'm in the stories every day. I'm trying to be really, really intentional about every single platform and building a truly engaged community. It is a lot of work, but I would definitely pick one type of social media platform, Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And then I would nurture your email newsletter audience so that you have a place where you can reach your customers and also sell to them in an organic way. And I would have some sort of high traffic platform, whether it's YouTube or podcast, but do it in an intentional way. My next tip would definitely be to do quality over quantity, because before in my past business, I really took to heart when those social media gurus were like, you got to post 2 to 3 times a day to grow your Instagram. You got to have a podcast every single week. You got to have a YouTube video 1 to 2 times a week. I really was putting out a lot of output, and I wasn't proud of a lot of the content. So in this business, I am definitely prioritizing quality over quantity. And I am trying to be consistent, but in a way that's sustainable for me. So I'm not going to force myself to post multiple times a day. I'm really now trying to be more sustainable around the content strategy as well. The other thing that I learned too is I needed to be more involved. With my past business, I was the face of the brand and I was showing up in all the stuff, but I have a marketing background. It's definitely a strength of mine, but I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to sit there and write the captions. And I found it kind of frivolous because I should be working on client stuff. But it's a different mindset now I have with content. Like, content's very much so a part of my business. Me writing an Instagram caption is just as important as me filming this YouTube video, which is just as important as me jumping on a client call, because all of that works towards the goal, and I am able to support more people with my content, have a bigger impact, all this stuff. It's lead gen, it's marketing, it's sales. So it's looking at it with the mindset of it is important, it is worthy of your time. And you shouldn't, though, force yourself to make more. You should just force yourself to make more quality stuff, and you can do less. But that's a different mindset shift I'm having this time around. And so that is really the best practices I would like to see communicated when it comes to marketing, when it comes to content. I don't think people should be on every single platform under the sun, posting multiple times a day, stressing themselves out, burning out, and then never posting again. I really think you should be sustainable about it. And so if you like this approach and you want to get quiet, get deep, get introspective around what your version of success is and how you're going to get there, highly recommend you check out my Your Success Roadmap mini course if you haven't done so already. You can register for free at selenaho.com/resource. The link will be down below for you as well, but I am so excited to dive into that with you. And also so excited for you to implement these new best practices with your marketing.